Hello, I'm Chris, and today I will be teaching you how to enhance your voice and groom your audio for a podcast. This can be accomplished in a few steps, the first of which is performing noise reduction on your audio. After that, you can put bass boost and treble boost on your voice in order to enhance it. After that, we want to compress the audio. This makes the quieter parts of your recording louder and the louder parts quieter, so the volume is a little more uniform throughout the whole track. Following that, we want to put a hard limiter on in order to prevent clipping. And finally, we normalize the audio in order to make it as loud as we can without introducing more clipping. So let's listen to some of what we have here. And over here.
So, in this podcast, we're just...
Alrighty. If you listen closely, you may be able to hear some background noise. In order to get rid of that, we select a period of silence, ideally around 10 seconds, and go to noise reduction and fetch the noise profile. After we do that, we can select our main audio track and just click OK down here, and the defaults should be fine. Cool. After that, you shouldn't hear any background noise.
Miriam, and co-host here is...
Andy.
Alright, so after that, we can start on enhancing the voice. We go to Effects again, and go to Equalization. In this drop down, select Bass Boost, and hit OK. Here's what we have now.
that brings us to our first segment, which is...
So you can hear it sounds a bit deeper, richer, but perhaps a little muffled. So we go to Effect and Equalization again, and then give it a treble boost. And these two effects work well together in order to cut out kind of the more boring midtones of your voice and make it sound richer overall.
A special episode for you guys today. First time ever.
So after this, we want to compress. You can see, the recording is all over the place. There's clipping in some areas, and some areas it's really quiet, while others it's very loud. So we want to go to Effect and go to the compressor here. I wish I could give really solid advice on how to use the compressor, but it kind of varies from project to project. I find these settings here typically work okay for me. Feel free to give it a try. Alright, you can see everything's looking a lot more uniform now.
That's what I would usually do.
Definitely.
Otherwise it's
Same
just...
with me.
Yeah.
But as you can see, there's still some extremely loud parts are clipping. Maybe somebody hit the microphone or is just screeching like a banshee. So this is where the hard limiter comes in. We can go to Effect and Limiter down here. Select Hard Limit, and -3 decibels should work. And what this does is basically just cut the volume off at that point. So you can see all of those sharp peaks are now have been brought back a little bit, which leaves us with one final step, normalization. We can go to Normalize here, and what this basically does is amplify the entire track so that the highest peak is at a certain decibel level. I like to get mine as loud as possible without clipping, so you want to keep it in the negatives. -1 to 0.5 should be fine. Alright, those are some basic steps that you can use to help groom your podcast audio.
Athleticism on there, so I don't know if I'll beat many people in a 40, but they'll sneak up on you.
I hope this was quick and useful for you, and I wish you luck with your projects. Thanks.